Hello, judges. We are Enactus Mohawk, and we're part of the Hamilton and Mohawk College community. Today, we'll be outlining the social impact our team has made through two projects designed to counter prevalent issues currently in our community. We've aligned our projects with the priorities and values of Mohawk College to increase our impact within the community. Specifically, we focus on Mohawk's commitment to being leaders in sustainability, social inclusion, and community leadership. The first project that we'll be sharing with you today is a Stopgap Initiative. The project's goal was to help create a community where every person can access every space through a customized ramp. Constructed out of recycled wood, the ramp lowers CO2 emissions and reduces waste compared to a traditional concrete ramp. With our team doubling in size this year, we were able to focus on another project called Youth Empowerment Through Sustainable Food, or Yes Food. It's designed to empower at-risk youth from low socioeconomic areas with a series of culinary classes focusing on sustainability, financial literacy, and collaboration. Both of these projects provide a solution to the growing social needs which are in every community. As a continuing project from last year's team, we continue to increase the awareness of accessibility through the Stopgap Initiative. Over 91,000 individuals in the city of Hamilton, or almost 10% of its population, utilize a mobility aid. From 2010 to 2013, Hamilton approved funding for 777 scooters, which is only a representation of one-third of the mobility devices purchased in the city. This is more than the cities of Windsor and Kitchener-Waterloo combined. It is these significant numbers that led us to partner with the Stopgap Foundation to facilitate building ramps in Hamilton. As the only Stopgap partner in the greater Hamilton and Niagara region, we support legislative need by helping businesses meet the Accessibility for Ontarians Disabilities Act, or AODA. AODA attempts to remove the barriers for those who face additional challenges in obtaining goods and services that they need. Stopgap ramps raise awareness for inclusivity and provide storefronts with a solution for more accessibility. This also drives traffic to these stores, satisfying their business needs with low financial impact. By constructing these ramps out of recycled wood, we immediately reduce a significant amount of embodied carbon, which is CO2 emitted during the manufacturing, transporting, and construction of material such as a concrete ramp. For every ton of concrete produced, nearly 1 ton of carbon dioxide is generated. To illustrate our sustainable positive impact, the 10 ramps that have been delivered this year, if made of concrete, would have released the same amount of embodied carbon equal to driving over 1,250 kilometers, heating a home for almost a month and a half, and the amount of trash from a household for over 2.5 months. Constructing these ramps out of recycled wood cuts those numbers in half, while additionally reducing waste generated. As a newly established team, we continue to enhance our project business models as we move towards ensuring the financial stability of our project. Our business model focused on 3 areas: identifying and acquiring community partners, arranging build days, and finalizing ramp construction and delivery. Identifying and acquiring community partners. These ramps were provided to businesses for free. Thus, this is a vital step in the project's success. It also served a dual purpose: to secure donated materials to build the ramps, and to sign up clients interested in getting a ramp. Arranging build days. This year, we work with City School by Mohawk as our build partner. City School's classes and education is mobile, bringing learning opportunities to areas in the community that are marginalized. Our ramps were built by students in the Introduction to Construction for Women program, empowering women to discover a career in skilled trades. Being a part of the curriculum, it provided free labor, construction material, and a space for ramps to be built. Finalizing construction and delivery. This area had our team putting the finishing touches on the ramps by painting them with the paint donated by Bears, stenciling Stopgap branding, and delivering them to their respective businesses. This year, we also focused on re-engineering the sales cycle and our outreach efforts. These efforts garnered us an influential advocate, a president of the Business Improvement Area, or BIA, in Hamilton that provided a strong referral base to all BIAs throughout the city. We were also featured in the Hamilton Spectator, Hamilton's largest published newspaper, and gained further momentum. During our search of community partners, we are approached by Above and Beyond, an organization interested in acquiring the Stopgap project and expanding it. With an established segment on Hamilton's local cable channel, Cable 14, and a recently started podcast, Above and Beyond could utilize its already existing network to take Stopgap to to the next level. With this, we've successfully transitioned the Stopgap project over to them. We know that Stopgap's new partner shares the same values that we do. Through this handoff, we're confident that accessibility awareness and our commitment to the UN Sustainable Development Goal of ensuring sustainable consumption and production comes closer to being met. As you mentioned earlier, the second project we worked on this year was Yes Food, which stands for Youth Empowerment through Sustainable Food. As per the recent Canadian Community Health Survey, 22,000 Hamiltonians reported severe food insecurity, either skipping meals or having irregular eating patterns. Even more startling, and as reported in the most recent Hamilton Food Share Hunger Report, over 8,600 households in the city of Hamilton used food banks in the March of 2019. This report also revealed that children make up 40% of this number, higher than the national average of 34%. This was also an increase from 10% in 2018. These numbers were before COVID-19 pandemic, which places a further strain on many due to a loss of income. The data shows that there's a need for a program to address this issue. A need to teach the importance of sustainability, financial literacy, and collaboration through cooking at an early age. This is how Yes Food was born. We modeled Yes Food after the older home economics curriculum, along with the Japanese lunch program known as Shokuiku. Translated, Shokuiku means food and nutrition education. This program splits students into groups to prepare and help serve lunch to their classmates. Inspired by this, we put a 21st century spin on it by incorporating the United Nations Sustainable Development Goal of zero waste cooking and responsible consumption. As an added piece, we sent the students home with the recipe they cooked, in hopes of further discussion occurring with their parent or guardian and to replicate the process on their own. For our pilot run, we reached out to Hess Street Elementary School, located within a marginalized area of Hamilton. They were willing to participate in our program, with one of their grade 8 teachers providing us class time to host our workshops. This school has a special place in my heart, as I was a student here once. Before we met and sat with the students, we wanted to set a benchmark for measurables that would be tracked over the course of 3 cooking workshops. We surveyed the grade 8 class and learned that less than 40% of them brought lunch to school. Out of the 40% that did bring a lunch, only half of them were considered as having any nutritional value. And less than 25% of these students had a real understanding of what sustainability meant. From the workshop, we were able to deliver before lockdown. We saw students gain a better understanding of nutrition and sustainability. Specifically, 27% of those students were more confident in their recycling and composting practices and cooking a low-cost sustainable meal. To foster a more enriching learning experience, we split the class into 2 groups of 11. Group 1 was an in-class lesson on sustainability and financial literacy with food. Students were then asked to apply what they learned through a gamified approach. The sustainability piece covered recycling and composting methods, encouraging students to use reusable products such as drinking bottles, reusable straws, reusable cutlery, and lunch containers. The financial literacy piece demonstrates to students how to purchase fresh quality ingredients to make multiple home-cooked meals, which helps stretch their dollar. Group 2 was a kitchen collaboration, where students were shown how to cook nutritious and affordable recipes. The students in this group worked with our team on collaboration skills, focusing on interpersonal communication and the value of being a team player. This was done through interactive pieces, such as ingredient sorting, food prep, and cleanup. They also had a chance to work with our volunteer chef, who was able to show them different cooking techniques while emphasizing the proper safety measures that were set and followed. The result was that each crew spent roughly 20 minutes in each section and enjoyed a meal prepared for them by them, while incorporating waste reduction knowledge they had just learned. In order for this project to be sustainable, we focused on 3 key areas: developing community partnerships, ensuring funding is continually available for any expenses, and scalability and expansion. Next year, we're looking to run multiple workshops with Hess Street Elementary School, having a direct impact on over 40 students. We've also partnered with the local culinary school to have a chef in training donate their time by leading our next workshops, once the students are called back to class. A sponsorship package has been developed and delivered to the Hamilton's Farmers Market to secure in-kind donations of fresh, seasonal ingredients for future workshops. We've also opened up a dialogue with the Kiwanis Club of Hamilton and hopes of receiving a charitable contribution in the future. Through our test pilot this year, we were able to determine that each workshop series, which contains 3 separate workshops, had a cost to $500. We are exploring options to generate revenue through the creation of a cookbook and fundraisers focusing on foods with longer shelf life such as dried soup mix and seasoning. Our remaining project accelerator funding will be used to support the startup of both initiatives next year. We project that next year's team has the potential to raise $2,400 after all costs. With the continued expansion of our merchandise list, established fundraising initiatives, and sponsors, Yes Food will become a prosperous and sustainable project. Despite COVID-19 ending our pilot early, we will continue the project by completing the pilot at Hess Street Elementary School next year. Our long-term goal is to expand across Southern Ontario through the Train the Trainer program to allow additional schools and teachers to facilitate the workshops. The workshop isn't just a simple lunch. It's a way for students to bond, learn the importance of having a balanced diet while increasing their awareness of local food and ingredients. It also teaches them one of life's essential skills: cooking. Both projects we shared today reflect the priorities and values that Enactus Mohawk stands for. We're confident and excited for the new direction that the Stopgap Initiative is taking with this new partner. We're also thrilled to see that Yes Food had an immediate impact on the students. We know they'll take what they have learned and continue to develop these skills as they transition into the next phase of their life. Our passion and entrepreneurial spirit, combined with our shared devotion to our community, has allowed Enactus Mohawk to become a more impactful team within the Hamilton and Mohawk College community. We thank you for your time, and we hope you stay healthy.